a dream the other night. It started off with me in some ritzy hotel deep in Chicago. I remember vaguely there was some trouble with the room and somehow ended up sharing a suite with some towel girl. Skipping ahead, I was on my way back to the wind farm and arrived late at the airport. Something about the mix-up in the airfare, and I had to stay in Chicago another night. The next thing I recall was me in a gigantic airport overrun by thieves, angry protesters, and food courts. All my planes were booked. Watching one plane depart after another, I got hungry and stole an apple. Coincidentally, for some unknown reason, at the exact same time, a riot had broken loose. Explosions and one protester on a bullhorn ranting and waving his fist in the air. After a number of failed attempts to board a plane, I found a one-way glass door for security personnel only. As one strolled in, the pressure from the hinges slowly released to close the door in a slow but safe manner. I snuck past, on one occasion, seeing the front door to the free world for the very first time, so close but yet so far away. I took a bite of the apple when a male and female officer walked by and said, "Hey, look, that one's trying to escape." The last thing I remember, I was getting a bird's eye view of the mess the angry protesters had left the airport in, throwing bombs, blowing it to smithereens. The dream then jumps ahead to a dark and murky factory where I walk and see my friend Carl running two lines. Later, the manager suggested I do the same while Carl watched. I said the task was impossible for a man my size. Running two lines on my first shift. I would be running back and forth for 8 hours, and I wasn't going to do that. The line suddenly stopped of some malfunction, and employee personnel suited Carl up in a beekeeper's outfit with gas masks and oxygen tanks to go and repair the overheated oven, leaking toxic gases through the chambers that could kill him in an instant. We all watched and waited for Carl's return. I want to say Carl came back, but I can't remember. Overall, in retrospect, through another dimension, the tasks at the factory that were being performed were simply watching plastic totes being cleaned as they ride the rail through their bath.